What's going on, Saints? I look forward to another year of reporting for you guys. As you know, I'm Hyatt.
And I'm Jacob.
And this is SFHS Today. In national news at Appalachia High School in Georgia, a school shooting took place, injuring many and taking the lives of 2 students and 2 teachers. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp spoke on how the tragedy hit close to home, as his daughter was a first-grade teacher. He then went on to thank the police force for a swift response.
In local news, as I'm sure, you've heard SFHS is implementing a new phone policy due to a recent law passed in the state of Minnesota. Nola and her team went out and got more.
Hey guys, it's Rachel,
And it's Grady
and we're gonna get the inside scoop.
on the new phone policy.
So I think the cell phone policy, it promotes being attentive and focused in class, and obviously not being on your phone, because we all know when you start to look at your phone, it's really easy to lose track of time, and then you start scrolling mindlessly. So yeah, it promotes learning in class, listening to the teacher, everything that you're actually here to do in the school, and that's why we implemented it, because we want kids to be more present and more focused in class.
Well, I think for middle school, we weren't allowed to have our phones at all. So even putting it away doesn't really affect anything, because it's not like I was ever able to have my phone in class.
I feel like it's kind of ridiculous, especially when you're like a high schooler. Even as a senior, I just don't feel like the rule policy is necessary, but it is a school rule, so.
Dislikes, there's some classes that you'll need it a little bit more, obviously, like media class right now that you guys are in. But I would say for the most part, it promotes everything that we stand for here at St. Francis.
It's not that bad, but it's stupid sometimes, because if they even see it, they're just taken.
It's not awful, but it's kind of the same as last year.
In general, I think it's going to create better students. I think it's going to create better humans. We all know it, the people that are just stuck face down in their phone are not fun to be around. So I think the more we can learn as a school and as a community to kind of stay out of our phones and learn to communicate with our words actually, and our facial expressions and our body expressions with other people, I think that's just going to create a better community overall, and obviously improve learning too. We want better students that are going to go out in the world and change the world. So I think overall it's going to just help everything and improve all of your student lives.
Thanks, Nola. I can't say I love it, but I do understand.
In more local news, with the school year in full swing, we sent Trinity out to ask students on their opinions thus far.
What is the biggest difference from middle to high school?
Walking to all the classes. Most of my classes are separated, and last year they were all bunched up in the same area.
More people, and you're more independent at high school?
My first day was pretty good.
How was the first day?
It was good.
What's your favorite classes so far?
Lifetime activities.
Photography. What year has been better and why?
Probably freshman year, because I had more classes with my friends and stuff. Freshman.
How do you think the rest of the year is going to go?
I think it's going to go pretty good. It was a pretty good start, I'd say.
Probably good, pretty boring though.
How does it feel to almost be a senior?
I don't really feel different, to be honest.
It's nice knowing that I don't have to be here for a lot longer, but I'm kind of scared to graduate.
What are you most excited for this school year?
Graduate.
Probably graduate and going to college.
What was the hardest part of high school?
Probably biology.
Let's say chemistry.
Thanks, Trinity and team, for the info.
As I'm sure you've realized, our fighting saint, the beautiful Brad, isn't here anymore. Replacing him is a St. Francis alumni, Robbie Whitney. Logan Miller has more.
What has changed since you've last been at St. Francis?
A lot has changed. The whole school, library looks way different, cafeteria looks way different. We didn't have the Saints room. I'm trying to think of what else we had. I think about the only spot is the E-wing that looks the same, but even now you guys have the deck of dugout, so that's changed quite a bit. There's some new people here, obviously, staff turnover, that's gonna happen. But yeah, I would say the things that have stayed the same is St. Francis, so a lot of pride within the community for St. Francis, but yeah, the biggest thing I would say is just the layout of the school. I have no idea where classes are, so I gotta learn that.
And how has it been the last 3 days being back at St. Francis?
It's been a lot of fun. Seeing familiar faces, seeing teachers that I once had, now I get to work with, called them coworkers, is really cool. Seeing students that I knew when they were in 2nd and 3rd grade, coaching basketball or basketball camp, seeing them when they were younger, and now I get to see them in high school. It's pretty cool. So it's a really rewarding and kind of full circle experience.
Where did you work and why did you decide to come back?
So before here, the last year I was at Augustana University. It's a college in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So I was there for a year coaching college basketball, and then before then I was at New Life Academy for 2 years. It's a small high school in Woodbury, Minnesota. So I was coaching basketball there and then working in admin there as well. So I decided to come back because the varsity basketball position opened up. And so I was super interested in that. Obviously followed the program, been following them since I graduated from here. Coach Schroeder, or Mr. Schroeder, reached out and he's like, job opened up, you should apply for it. Same with Mr. Norton. So I did, got it, and then this role opened up as well, so it kind of all worked out. Super excited to be back. Super excited about some basketball games in the winter, so make sure you guys come out.
That's all the news we have for you this week.
Now over the sports.
Thanks, Hyde and Jacob. I'm Owen.
And I'm Gwen.
And this is Sports. In national sports news, Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill was arrested and handcuffed due to reckless driving just outside the Dolphins Stadium. He now has an impending court date late 2025.
In local sports news, we went out and interviewed athletes on how their sports seasons are going so far.
How's your season been going so far?
Currently we are 7-3 on the season. Yep, we just went up north and completed our Duluth trip.
What are some skills that you can improve on for an overall successful season for the team?
I think that we just need experience. We graduated 6 girls last year, so we have a lot of younger girls that have never played varsity before. So we're hoping to get better as the season goes on.
How many years have you been on the tennis team?
I have been playing since 6th grade actually, and I'm currently playing 1 singles.
I have been playing since 8th grade and I'm playing 1 doubles.
In more local sports news, Friday's game against Finn Lake Park concluded with a final score of 34-13. Girls soccer won last Thursday, and they played a game in Zimmerman yesterday. But at the time of this being filmed, we weren't sure of the score, along with girls tennis too. Best of luck, girls, and go Saints.
That's all the sports news we have this week.
Now back to Maine.
And to end off the first show of the 2024-25 school year, Jossie went out and asked students what concerts they went to over the summer. For this week's RQT.
It's the random question thing. Ding!
Did you guys go to this summer?
Kenny Chesney.
I went to the Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top concert.
And then what were your guys' favorite parts?
Screaming Beer in Mexico.
When Leonard Skinner played Freebird.
What concert did you go to this summer?
Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan.
What was your favorite song performed?
The 5th of May. Revival.
All right.
What concert did you guys go to this summer?
We went to the Lucky concert.
Yeah, Lucky. How would you say that was?
I liked it. It was fun. I didn't know all the songs, but had a good time.
Super fun, super just chill vibes, but a lot of peeps crowding us.
Excellent.
Did you guys go to a concert this summer?
Yes, we went to NoahCon.
NoahCon.
All right, what was your favorite part or song?
My favorite song was She Calls Me Back.
Northern Attitude.
We both went to Morgan Wallen. What would you say is your favorite part?
Probably when he came out on the stage, there was a lot of fire and cool stuff.
When we all had the light bands and they all changed colors with the beat of the music.
This summer I went and saw Jewel opening for Melissa Etheridge.
So what would you say is your favorite part about the concert?
Melissa Etheridge just showing her talent and being close enough. You know, at the venue, sometimes at Target Center you're so far away you don't get to see them and how they're interacting with you. And they just interacted and had a lot of fun with us.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
That's all we have for you.
And we will see you next week. Stay safe, Saints.